All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Harakakudash, Shalom, Wa Barakim, La Bakayarim, Yasha Allah, Wa Shinikabag, Gawala Wakab, Zukuni Nuwa, Waha Shalayakim, Nuwa, Yasha Allah Ba'ai. All right, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, and Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit, comforts and guides us in all understanding. Also said peace and blessings to the elected Israel and double honors to our elders and apostles of Israel coming back in these times known as Great Millstone. All right, I'm going to call this video Souls of Men based off of a couple articles. Just want to get a few precepts in the scriptures. This article that I got here, this is from August 28, 2020. It says Elon Musk shows off Neuralink brain implant technology in a living pig. All right, now let's scroll down. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to read one little portion of this, and then I'm going to get some scriptures. All right, shalom to all the elect tuning in. It says, what is the implant supposed to do? Musk said he wants to eventually conduct a clinical trial on people who suffer from tetraplegia and types of paralysis caused by spinal cord injuries. The hope, he said, is to allow someone who is paralyzed to walk again. Musk described this type of paralysis as caused by distorted electrical signals in the brain. In theory, with Neuralink's technology, he said you can jump over the broken wires caused by a spinal injury to restore electrical signals in the brain so that people will regain the ability to walk. Besides its use in healthcare, Musk also intends for Neuralink technology to allow people to turn their thoughts into reality. For example, people would be able to instantly play their favorite song by thinking about it, or summon a self-driving car. Musk also believes that people will be able to use technology to save and replay memories. You can store your memories as a backup, Musk said. You can potentially download them into a new body or a robot body. It says the future is going to be weird. So this is what Musk did back in 2020, right? Now, there's a recent article here, and this one's called Australian biotech Engenic IC develops world first nanocellular anti C19 Shirot that defeats mutant viruses and stimulates a broad antiviral response. Now, all these things are basically to take your soul from you, because your soul ultimately, which I'm going to show you, the soul of men, it belongs to the Lord. Now, when you see this, when you read in here, it says this thing that they developed, it tells you what it does. You can pause it and you can read it. All right, but down here I'm going to read some of this. It says while the company is able to quickly modify the payload and EDVs to produce mutant spike protein variants, most importantly, the existing C19 EDV already shows high neutralizing antibody levels in preclinical animal studies against the you-know-what variants of concern, and can neutralize the Delta variant more than 95%. So they're saying something that has technology in it, some type of craft, all right, some type of technology, operating system in it is being produced and used in Australia already. And they're saying that it can neutralize it by 95%. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to mandate and push this. Now, this article here that came out recently in 2021, it links to this. All right, it links to this because they're gonna infuse these two systems. All right, where they want to take the Neuralink and they already put it in a damn pig. they're going to try and put it in people. And what you people don't understand is that the clinical trials for what's going on are over until 2023. All right, Slovakia for the screen. All right, until 2023. That's what they're saying. Now, in Revelation 18:1, it says, "After these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean, hateful bird." And when we scroll down here, Babylon, which is America, all right, in Revelation 18 and verse 12, it says the merchandise of gold and silver. I'll start up 18 and 11. "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore." So that's why a lot of these other countries have been dropping the dollar. You don't hear about countries dropping any other type of currency at a massive rate on any other country the way that the U.S. is getting dropped, the U.S. dollar. So that's how we know that this chapter is talking about Babylon. It says, "The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels, ivory and manner of vessels of ivory, all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men." All right, and the way that they're going to try and take your soul is through this. One of the ways could be through what Elon Musk is producing here. All right, it says Musk said that his technology can already predict the position of all pigs' limbs with high accuracy. Being able to do so is an important but early step to help an animal regain movement in an injured or paralyzed limb. Now, if that thing has a frequency on it, that means it can be controlled by some type of external entity, satellite or operating system abroad of some sort. All right, so that means your ligaments, your body is taken over, your soul is being taken, in a sense. Now, this is Matthew 11. I'm just going to get these scriptures. I just want to bring out the scriptures that were coming to mind, Pray that this is edifying, because this is what they're after, the souls of men through that MOTB. Matthew 11 and 29, it says, "Take my yoke upon me and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls." Right, so our souls belong to Yahweh and Yahushua. All right, that's where our rest is. That's where our rest lies. All right, and here it says that Babylon, they had souls of men. Or how is somebody able to captivate somebody's soul? Well, the technology's out there. Elon Musk is showing you, and then now in Australia, they've begun the trials for a biotechnology, something that fights the current variants, and they're saying that what they've created neutralizes the Delta one by 95%. So they might pull an Operation Warp Speed out there and get that thing going. Now when you look up the word souls, what is the Greek word for soul? Let's look that up. It says psyche. All right, so we're talking about the way that people think. All right, the very essence of people's thoughts. All right, breath, the breath of life. It says that in which there is life. The human soul is so far as constituted. It says the seat of feelings, desires, affections. Right, so when he puts this chip in you, he wants your affections to be upon him. All right, talking about the devil, Esau, Edom, who controls Babylon. When really our hedge, all right, and where our affection is supposed to be towards the Lord. That's why he wants your soul. He doesn't want your soul to belong, our souls to belong to the Lord. It says the soul as an essence which differs from the body and is not dissolved by death. So that's why we say we're not going to take the chip and we're not going to take the Sherrod. All right, because of Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. For rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. All right, and Elon Musk, he was saying in that chip, it said that eventually you'll be able to play back memories. All right, like on some Black Mirror type stuff. Anybody seen that series Black Mirror? All right, and you can't. People who are saying that who are pro Sharat or pro jab, they got it. There's been saying that you can't use Tuskegee. Stop using Tuskegee as an excuse. Well, they did the same thing on the Gadites. All right, not the Gadites, the Zebulonites. All right. Um, here in this article, it says the U.S. apologizes for syphilis tests in Guatemala from 1946 to 1948, which at the same time they were doing the Tuskegee experiments. They are doing the same thing to the Northern Kingdom. It says American public health doctors deliberately infected nearly 700 Guatemalan prison inmates, mental patients, and soldiers with the venereal disease in what was meant as an effort to test the effectiveness of penicillin. American since the Zebulonite prisoners allowed such visits. When the prostitutes did not succeed in affecting the men, some prisoners had the bacteria poured onto scrapes made on their penises, faces, or arms, and in some cases it was injected by spinal puncture. If the subjects contracted the disease, they were given antibiotics. You see that? And that's what's going on right now. All right, this government, they're trying to issue something to put in your body, not only to persuade you to say, hey, we're going to give you antibiotics, to fight off whatever's coming, but also to be able to do all these other things, buy or sell, like Revelation 13 and 16 says. All right, but you can keep reading this, it talks about how Hillary Clinton apologized and see it was clearly unethical. What's going on right now is unethical. All right, with the whole mandates, you got to have your whole Sharat card and all that stuff. It's all so they can captivate and take your soul. All right, but our souls belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, so I just wanted to bring that out. Just some information as of recently in Australia. All right, they're using biotechnology is going to be incorporated with the vaccines. All right, with the Vanessa through the Spirit. But yeah, this is the article. You can go look it up. Hey, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I pray and I know that you were edified through the Spirit. I say shalom to the elect and double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom.